Staring at the screen, the colors spin. Just a wait screen, where do I begin? This isn't a show, it's just a delay. Still here you are, you decided to stay. It's not a movie, ain't no special guest, just a wait screen, not the very best. Yet you're glued, anticipation's high for the stream to start. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Yes, it's late, we'll be starting soon. In this digital world we croon for the content we've yet to see. On a wait screen, stuck in reverie. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Patience is a virtue, they say, but this wait screen's making you sway to a tune only time can keep. As you watch, half awake, half asleep. Oh, the seconds tick, but the fun's on hold. The wait screen's tale is getting old. But just hang tight, don't click away. The show will start, come what may. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense for the content we've yet to see. On a wait screen, stuck in reverie. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Patience is a virtue, so they say, but this wait screen's making you sway to a tune only time can keep. As you watch, half awake, half asleep. Oh, the seconds tick, but the fun's on hold. The wait screen's tale is getting old. But just hang tight, don't click away. The show will start, come what may. Wait screen's tale is getting old, but just hang tight, don't click away. The show will start, come what may. Staring at the screen, the colors spin. Just a wait screen, where do I begin? This isn't a show, it's just a delay. Still here you are, you decided to stay. It's not a movie, ain't no special guest. Just a wait screen, not the very best. Yet you're glued, anticipation's high for grim to start. Oh my, yes, it's wait screen, we'll be starting late. In this digital world that we create for the content we've yet to see. On a wait screen, stuck in reverie. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's always screen, you know the rest. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's always screen, you know the rest.
Step right up to the grim dark scene, where miniatures need painting, know what I mean. Brushes dancing, those paints are flying. You might look bad, but we're really trying.
We're here. It's not grim. What am I even talking about?
I took the grim thing off. Only this scene.
Oh, I got something for this. Welcome to Only Hands. You're every other week live. Grim Aftertalk. God damn, let's start again.
Oh my
Welcome to Only
God,
Hands.
no.
You're live every other week. Mob Rules production meeting. / listener question time. As we move to the unfun recorded format. I am John. What's that?
The unfun?
Well, it's sort of fun. It's just that it adds the fun of scheduling to the mix, which turns out to be sometimes a pain. I'm John.
Yeah.
This week I am working on Blade Guard.
Yeah.
I saw a cool idea someone had on Reddit where they just added sanguinary guard pieces to Blade Guards to make them more Blood Angels-y, and it looked dope.
Okay.
So I am wholesale stealing that. It was not my idea, but if it looks really cool, it might be. So far, I've cut off the sword scabbard, and I'm very excited to paint one last part of a model.
Oh, you're destroying an $80 kit of models. I love it.
Oh, Canadian. Yeah, I am.
Well, what's an American? Like 50?
$60 US. Or from our fine friends at Frontline Gaming, I would assume 51 plus tax.
Are they slarified friends?
Send me some Blade Guard and we'll find out.
And what am I? I'm just gonna. I'm currently drinking a Strongbow and sitting and talking with my good buddy. Just came back from an event. I was at the Ottawa Teams event, which was an amazing event. And John, there was 2 people that came up to me, and they came for me as well.
One was the government.
Yeah. They said they listened to Grim, and I said,
awesome.
I said, I'm sorry. Well, we're done now, and I didn't give any context to that. So
I love that. Did you literally? Because that's fantastic if you did.
No, I said thank you, and I shook their hand, and everyone was a delight. If he came up to me and I was sweating profusely because I was in the middle of a game, I'm sorry. The one thing I was frustrated about, which I think maybe is sometimes the games are important, but I would much rather spend time with other people.
There seems like there's a butt coming.
No, there's no butt coming. Sometimes it's just, man, I would love to play this game, but I would much rather go to the bar and just shoot the shit and chat. So I'm sorry we didn't get to do that. Events are actually too short, is probably the real answer.
Hot take.
Yeah.
Events are too short.
Yeah, we don't get to spend time with people. I don't know.
That's true. That's what the before and after is for.
Or dinner. It's dinner. You're like we got out of the hall. It was weird. Like we got out of the hall at 9:00, and then went right for dinner. And I gotta tell you, after dinner, after my belly was full of pina coladas and tacos.
That's not dinner, Dickie. I mean, I don't want to be your mom.
I sound like I have a drinking problem. I'm drinking. I don't really drink that much.
You've got to really watch your intake.
Thanks, man. But no, man. I was pooped. I didn't want to like go out even more. Like, who's going to like a party after an event? Like, I'm going to bed, man.
Maybe like 10 years ago. Heck, even 5 years ago. Like, this is the year I've started feeling my age more than anything else. I don't know. I mean, you're just youth. But yeah,
You know, once your
this year
hip
I'm like,
starts hurting, your knees are aching, your dogs are barking from standing on the concrete all day. Man, oh man. Like
for me right now, it's just so the tinnitus just doesn't go away, huh? The ear just rings a little bit now.
yeah, my elbow hurts now. That's just what I live
Yeah,
with. Yeah.
my new favorite game is if I play permanent or temporary when things happen.
Is this pain permanent or temporary? I love that.
And yeah, we're gonna find out. But yeah, I think I just I listen to delicate ocean sounds when I try and sleep now, so the ringing stops.
Oh, that's nice. Does it make you
Yeah.
sleep better?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay, good.
Hopefully, I'm hopeful.
So if you're ever driving by an ocean, like
gonna
your
pass
family is
right
done,
out.
your family's out, it's over.
Slashmish this year in Ocean Shore is going to be
it's
very
gonna be
dangerous.
drive off into the water. Sherman says, "I hate that I'm still working for this." Yeah, no, it's like 10 o'clock at night. Why are you working?
I mean, in Canada, maybe, sure.
Well,
But in America, we
EST
clock
is the
off
only
early.
time zone that I appreciate. So yeah.
Yeah. So, well, essentially, Dickie,
Yeah.
what I'm thinking we'll turn this into is for the live aspects we enjoy about Grimm outside of the scheduling and sometimes preparing for it.
Sometimes preparing.
We would do some where our comments or listener questions.
Yep.
We're also going to do kind of what are we going to do next?
Yeah.
Kind of stuff like that. And that is sort of my ultimate goal for this. Because I still, even though like people are like, what's the difference between Grimm and Mob Rules? And it's difficult because holistically, there's not a lot. But I think it's sort of more of the mental thought of it. Where it's kind of, we're selfish. It's more about us now.
Oh.
And then that's sort of where I kind of want to put our focus on is like, it gets really hard to enjoy playing a game of 40K when you've spent 3 years calling the majority of the people you're going to play shit. So
yeah, I can see how that could be a problem.
but with that in mind, yeah, we're going back to the we're going to some retro. Retro's back in right now, right? So yeah. Dickie, are you ready for hobby progress? I know you're not because you're still pained from doing an entire army in a week.
Actually, so it was funny because Scary came up to me and he was like, "Oh man, you got Demonkin, eh? Corn Demonkin." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And he's like, "Man,
Great
how many
Scary.
armies have you painted this year?" And I'm like, and I kind of like took a step back and I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah, don't worry about it.
actually a lot." A lot of armies, and I was like, "Oh no!" So yeah, but we need to take a break. We need to take a break, John. Is basically what we need to do.
Yeah, we need to some quality Dickie time.
Quality time. Oh.
Well, the only issue is all these open Blood Angel heads are lame. Like we have Screamy Face guy here. We have Sneery guy here. And then just Bald, which is never a good place to be. And then you got to keep that one for Death Company. So I don't want to do those. The other guy used the full Sanguinary Guard head.
Right.
But I used all of those on my Sanguinary Guard already because why in the hell would I use open faces? It looks like for my Blade Guard, they're going to have to be open faces.
I don't know. Aaron, what are we working on? So John is working on Blade Guard that are more bloody angel-y.
So yeah, I saw on Reddit that a gentleman had kind of kit bashed using a couple different things, primarily the Sanguinary Guard kit, the Blood Angels upgrade sprues, which I have a ton of, and then the Blade Guard to create sort of something like this using the spears. Because my Sanguinary Guard are built with swords. I have 18 built with swords because why would you build them with spears?
Doesn't make any sense.
And so yeah, I was like, I'll use some of the bits to make my Blade Guard because the Tacoma Open's coming up in about a month. I have to be a terrible tryhard. I won't do particularly well, but I was like, yeah, let's do some tryhard stuff. So I have a Sanguinary Guard Sergeant head here, and that's kind of the overall vibe I'm going for with these guys. And they will just count as power weapons or power swords. And if you want to call me on it, fuck you. Well, it's the best way to put that. Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah. I'm mostly happy I cut the scabbard off because it's one less accessory to paint.
Yeah. And it turns out that Blood Angels are really good. Someone made a joke that I kind of loved this weekend.
Hell yeah.
They said, it turns out that the guy that writes the balanced status slate plays Blood Angels. And he actually does. So
Fantastic.
he also hasn't changed anything to do with the Noise Marines being in Renegade Raiders, because guess what? He also plays Chaos Space Marines. So too funny. And they're right.
That is
I'm
finest.
sure Josh isn't doing this for any specific reason other than
Well,
making
it's-
his faction good.
there's the I think the neatest interaction I saw. So Death Company got fixed a little bit. I still think they're a little bit too expensive, but I still love them.
Yeah, makes sense.
But there's a unique thing you can do in Angelic Inheritors. That's the Grotmus detachment that came where, like, if every unit's led by a character, you get special things. They adjusted Death Company so that if a Blood Angels character is within 6 inches of them, they get objective secured, right?
Yeah.
In Angelic Inheritors, there is a stratagem to make a unit a character. So technically, for a turn, you can deputize a unit of Death Company to be its own character and have OC for a turn. Because it fits the keyword of Blood Angel and character. Which I thought was fantastic. I was like, absolutely, let's do this.
Did you know there's another Mob Rules podcast?
There's a Mob Rules Swedish metal band because they contacted us.
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Well, this is a podcast. It's hosted by a gentleman named Kurt.
Is it Warhammer related?
No, it's that would be hilarious. No, it's all about the ethos of he's very staunchly conservative and Christian. And he talks about literally mob rule.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So we did drop the name when we moved to Grim, so maybe we'll have to call ourselves Mob Rule 40K.
Oh yeah.
Or something similar to that. But fantastic. I'm glad to see that the name has lived on.
Oh my god, there's a movie called Mob Rule.
Yeah, that's something we ran into. It's not very unique.
Yeah, you guys really didn't think about your name.
We didn't. I can't even remember like where it came from originally, or whose idea it was. If it was Ted's or Phil the Glacial Geeks. I have no memory of that, but it is very funny. That they were. There's so many other ones.
So
I think it's because Ted and I, the guys who started, we were both org players.
Yeah,
and we just started looking at rules. The names of rules, because this was back in 6 when everything like had different there's so many special rules and universal special rules, so we just went down those and tried to find a podcast.
Yeah. So Aaron says, love the spears. What would you suggest as a Vulcan Hestan proxy? He's playing Blood Angels, so
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if you need maybe you, John. Maybe you just suggest something for a proxy for Vulcan. How about that?
For like in a Blood Angels style.
No, maybe just like a different model.
I love, and this is awful, but using Primarchs, 30k Primarchs. Now this is not a cheap option.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you going for a more expensive option?
Yeah. What I've started doing quite a bit, especially with Space Marines, is they're so modular. I've made like 2 Death Company captains just from Assault Marines and upgrade sprues.
Yeah.
So, and well, it's hard because Vulcan Asani is such a cool model. That I don't think there's. I mean, it depends what you want him to look like. At the end, you want him to look similar. Then I would probably grab some Blade Guard, like a Blade Guard kit. This is a great kit for models like that. I would probably grab some Space Wolf shit. In fact, I would wait for the new Space Wolf, the Wolf Guard, that are coming out with the shields. That'll be a great base for like a lot of things.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure looking at it, it's just an additional sprue to Blade Guard. Yeah, that guy's dope. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Dude, he's pretty good.
It turned out badass. Let's hope
they almost here. I'm not gonna be mean.
Yeah.
But they almost look like you're just making AOS
Age of Sigmar kit.
Sigmar guys. I'm sorry. Did you see? Does anyone else see it? Because I see it. see
Thanks,
it so
Dickie.
much. I was like, oh.
Let me go. Let me go see if I still have that Age of Sigmar 2 box lying somewhere, and I'll give him this.
Is it like a liberator or whatever?
I'll find out if I have those circle shields. Yeah, but no, I think it turned out dope. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. We have 5 more of these to build.
Okay, you can do it. You can do it.
And here's the little captain bro who's going to accompany them. In fact, no, captain's not going with these guys. Yeah, so I'm currently working on sort of list number. Well, maybe I should try a little bit, I think is what I called this list for the Tacoma Open.
So this is I'm going to try a little bit.
Try a little bit. I mean, well, actually, I do like my list names. They're very descriptive about what the list does. Some old ones I have is big, beefy men slapping meat, emotional support characters. I'll make my own War Dog spam. Lord Farquaad's Far, Far Away Land. Oh, here's one I made for Thousand Suns a long time ago here. It's called Ouch My Back. It's actually a lot cheaper now. Yeah. But it's Magnus, Shaman, and then 120 Zangors. And then I would imagine some blues
that
in
list
there as well.
Actually a reality with the new GOAT detachment.
Yeah. It's the Fast and the Spurious was my attempt to make a fast Death Guard list before the book came out. Okay. But this one's called When All You Have Are Hammers.
Yeah.
Let me see. I gotta pull up. When all you have are hammers, I can't score and lose on secondary. So it's captain with a jump pack, chaplain with a jump pack, Dante and a Judicer.
Yeah.
Intercessor squad, because something has to score. An impulsor, 5-man assault intercessor with jump pack, 2 ballistic dreads because it's a Space Marine list, 6 blade guard, 10 death company, desolation squad, 6 sanguinary guard, 3 sanguinary guard, 2 scout squads.
Yeah.
And the scout squads, I'm like, they're there to score. I'm like, nope, those scout squads are there to make space for everything else to drop in. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
We'll see. Everything will die.
It will. It will actually.
Yeah. Because I'm still trying to find my feet. It's weird moving away from Chaos Knights. I did order the Chaos Knight book this weekend. Ordered the cards. I'm not excited for it though.
So I just got notification that my cards are ready. I'm really excited because I know your investment was a lot shorter than my investment for cards. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna feel pretty happy about throwing my cards out and moving on with my life.
Yeah. I have, so like I said, I have like 16 War Dogs, like 6 Big Knights. There's a part of me that's kind of excited because I think you can run a 2,000 point Chaos Knight list with 6 Big Knights, which I think is pretty funny.
I'm glad you want to talk about this because I did see that the Chaos Knight was fully leaked.
I do want to talk about this. Yeah, let's go.
So, what's your gunshot first thought?
So, I think right now, I play with about 9 War Dogs, a Lancer, and a unit of Blue Horrors, and 2 units of Nurglings. That's kind of my standard 2K.
Right.
From that, bye-bye Lancer. I sort of knew it was coming. Like, I think everyone knew the 30K stuff is being sunsetted and kind of sent to just 30K. So that takes out about 420 points of my list. Another reason he was in there. But it's still difficult, right? Because I think War Dog spam still a thing. Now you can fit about 16 War Dogs in a list. But you're going to sort of run into the same problems you have playing War Dog spam with 12 War Dogs or 13. Not a lot of space to move around. And it's quite easy to get trapped in, especially like the little boys. And I think Night Walk Through Walls is gone as a strategy. Which compounds things sort of even further. On top of that, none of the War Dogs have a character keyword outside of that detachment. So I think army composition wise, it's a drastic change, which I think is good actually because, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not quite Warhammer style. Like, I love Mike Pestilence, but he's all like, yeah, this is going to be great. I don't know what everyone's complaining about, and I'm like, well, I think what most people are complaining about is the way they've fundamentally played an army for 2 years is absolutely changing. And we've seen this kind of more and more with the more recent indexes. I think Death Guard, not Death Guard, they kind of escaped. But absolutely World Eaters, right? It's different than what you were playing before. And there's kind of that adjustment transition period. And I think with Chaos Knights, I think every Chaos Knight player over the last couple of years for sure owns enough War Dogs to run 2K War Dogs.
Yeah.
Maybe one big knight they have in the background, just as maybe two. Now we're at a place where really 3 or 4 big knights is where it's probably at. 6 is a meme, but it's still pretty funny. So we're now like, well, you have to get 2 units. You need to get 1 or 2 new big knights. The big knights are $200 each. So when these changes happen, you get a lot of visceral reaction because you're going to the player base. Hey, I know you played this way for the past couple of years. You have to obviously change it around, but it's going to be about $400 to add the necessary units to your army. And I'm struggling to think of a book that's put that much of a financial change on a player's army. And I could be wrong, and I could just be sitting here whining about stuff just to whine. And it certainly has its issues. Like, the extra wounds are nice. The lack of toughness, I think, really hurts, especially with Death Guard coming out so strong. Knights being wounded on 2s is never a nice thing. But yeah, that's sort of where I'm sitting at. I'm at the acceptance stage, I think, Diggy. I mean, what's your take on that?
I think there's definitely some like good builds in the codex. I think I am most interested in the 6 big knight concept. So
You do have to take an abominant in that for sure, which is fine. I love the abominant. I've loved it since it came out, but that's just because I've loved the goofy kit. But for me, 6 big knights, you're deploying a certain way, because outside of an enhancement, there's no way you're deep striking anything in because you won't be able to fit. And you're taking up pretty much your entire deployment zone. So there's no real question. I mean, there's some nuance into which knights are at the front, which knights are in the back.
Yeah.
But if I'm deploying against that, like, there's no shock really, and you're gonna get shots off turn 1.
Yeah. I don't know. I think for me, when I look at the current meta or the current armies that are seeing the most play, so we have Death Guard and
Right.
Thousand Suns and Guard. It seems to be on everyone's one of those really good factions that not enough people play, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't see a lack of ability of killing knights in any of those factions.
And like, who was you mentioned? Thousand Suns. Like, as much as I complain about playing Custodes, like, if I play KG or if I get lucky, there's things I can do against Custodes. Thousand Suns, there's nothing I can do against Thousand Suns.
No, Magnus, like,
they just shit up. They shit out mortal wounds. Yeah. They, like, you're just like, oh, you're just wounded now. I was screwed against them with the toughness it was before, because they didn't care about toughness. And now there's more bodies on the field, whether you're doing big or small, and that's, I think, is a problem.
Yeah, the extra wounds is nice though, right? Like the
this is like what, an extra 2 for the little ones, 4 for the big, or something around that.
I think that's a big deal. I just, for little knights, for me personally, like the list I played on the weekends, which we'll probably talk about, but I had 3 Forge Fiends, and their Forge Fiends are all strength 10.
Yeah.
And like, I don't think a Forge Fiend has
on 3s now. Yeah,
I would love to be able to shoot into a mini knight. It may not be 1, but I could definitely 2 Forge Fiends could definitely kill a baby knight, right? So
yeah, and so and it's they were never super survivable. It is making me think, like, looking at army, and part of the reason I changed around my army list and pulling in some other stuff and doing Blade Guard is, how do I pull down multiple big knights?
Yeah,
which wasn't really something I had to concern myself with before necessarily. You would occasionally see one. There is some neat tech, like the sticky objective is a really neat thing where you can do it any phase because it's just a strat. But how far does OC5 really go?
Yeah, it's definitely not the 8, right? So
Right. So, and there's for me for War Dogs, I'm excited to get the book in my hand so I can actually kind of look through it
also
and
some
kind of
interesting, like,
figure some
remember
stuff
how
out.
those ones that everyone took, they always got the +1 to hit? It
Right. So with the brigands specifically, what I'm kind of sad about is they've lost toughness.
Yeah.
Yes, they've gained wounds, but they lost 6 inches of range on the melta-gun.
Yeah.
So it's hitting on 18 inches instead of 24. I don't necessarily want my brigand that close to things because stompy feet, not great in close combat.
They're not prone.
It turns melta range down to 9, which if you're a deep striker, no, I'll come down there because you can't get me.
Yeah.
They also lost the rule where it's -1 or an extra negative AP if they're the closest target. And that's just there's a lot that they lost, and I'm like I struggle to find the good in what they've gained.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just pushing you to run big knights because at least like T11 with 24, 28 or whatever wounds.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe it's more of a stats check, but like Danny said, I hate when Danny's right, but it is just stat check the army.
yeah, no, 100% agree. And I even agree where he was like, when knights are in a good place, the game is generally not. Like I'll agree with that. That's fair.
Yeah.
And so something like this needs to happen. I just think the correction went too far. Not to be like I'm not not trying to be bitter or anything about it.
Yeah.
But I think they overcorrected with some things. Like drop the toughness,
The
yeah.
classic GW overcorrection. Yeah.
Yeah, like drop the toughness, increase the wounds. If that's how you want to manage it, fantastic. But losing some of the data sheet abilities is just brutal. Like I said, I struggle to think of a good reason to take a brigand now. The carnivore was largely untouched, which is nice, but it's still a like it's tough. That's the the best I can do. Like it's tough.
Yeah. Oh, I'm missing missing chats.
Oh my god.
So specifically, so yeah, it was a Vulcan proxy model.
Oh yeah. So for a Vulcan proxy, that's tough. I mean, my only reason I'm saying it's tough is primarily one, I don't do a huge amount with with salamanders,
Yeah.
but two, I love that Hectan model. He is beautiful.
Yeah, I like that he has this like spear up, like he's about to like wing it at somebody.
Yeah,
I think you could probably, wasn't there that Primaris White Scar character that he's got the spear?
yeah.
I wonder if you could like maybe add some scales to a cloak or something,
Everything I can
just
think
use
of.
the Vulcan cloak because they're not
Yeah,
that much different in size wise.
everything I can think of to improve Hextan involves using the Hextan model as a base, which which at that point I look at it and it's like it is one of my favorite models
I think he
for that
wants to
range.
Primaris it up. Anyway, so yeah, so use so John's gonna say, I'm just putting words in his mouth.
The Agatrax dude, the Primaris salamander dude that came out, just lie what he is. No one really knows.
No, use the White Scar guy and just take all the White Scar stuff off. Easy
That's
money.
fair. That's fair. I'm so
Uh,
scared.
what else? They're saying our show should be called, instead of Mob Rules because everyone took it, it should be the Orc Army Rule. That would be interesting.
Ramshackle.
Yeah.
So that Ramshackle sounds like a 1950s comedy.
Or leadership equal to the number of models. It's a long name, but you know what? It works.
I miss that rule so much, though. You take a leadership test. I'm leadership 30.
And then we had some people in chat trying to help Aaron about a new Vulcan, and they just said,
Oh, fantastic! Yeah,
just wait for another Space Marine. Just wait for the next Space Marine release.
and that is negative but accurate.
Yeah, and then they made fun of me because I made fun of AOS, and it's not that I hate AOS. I think the models are unbelievable.
The models are the best thing about Age of Sigmar.
And
like
I really did try. I went to the home of AOS, Honest Wargame Rob, and I was playing with them, and it just didn't do it for me. And if I can't fall in love with AOS there, then I'm not falling in love with it, man.
Did Rob beat the shit out of you? And you were like, I don't like this
He's a
game. I
very
lose.
collaborative lover. So yeah, no, it was fine.
I didn't say you didn't enjoy it.
They're called. Oh, they're correcting me on the name. They're called Vindicators. Spear and
no.
Shield.
Yes. How dare you disrespect Age of Sigmar in such a way?
My bad, dude. Someone came in so excited to be underwhelmed.
Oh, dude, that's the the name of the show. Yeah, get excited to get underwhelmed.
Dickie just fell. I did fall in love with Rob. I love Rob. Instead of AOS, yes. Actually, I fell in love with. There's a Chinese, like
Fell in love with the Chinese
there
one?
was a Chinese restaurant. I did fall in love with that, and also a full proper English breakfast is pretty awesome as well.
It's a sight to behold.
It is a lot of stuff.
Scottish breakfasts are better. They just add more fried things.
Yeah, what is it with Scottish and fried things?
Oh, it's not a healthy country at all. Genetically, my heart is doomed.
Kim L asks John, when are you going to start wearing a thumb ring?
When his mom gives it back to me, I lost it last time.
Oh, holy moly.
Right, I got something for this, right?
Zinger.
Oh, wait, I hit the wrong button. We're professionals. It's really hard to lean over because my soundboard's far away from me when we record these.
Just hit the button.
Shut up. Oh, yeah. When your mom gives it back to me.
Hey.
Hey, that's a lot of setup.
That was the biggest setup ever.
There's a huge amount of setup for that.
Yeah. That's it. We're up to date. We're up to date on the chat.
So now we're we're in the mad dash to remember what assets we need to update.
Oh yeah. I did create a scene for this. I did do.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What'd you create?
Oh, that's
beautiful.
Beautiful.
That's very depressing graph.
So this is what my first look was like. So
okay, that's a beautiful look. Okay.
Do you know the band in the background?
Who is that?
Well, that's the band that sent you the cease and desist letter. That's Mob
Rules. Oh, is that Mob Rules?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We probably shouldn't do that one then. That'd be confusing to the audience.
Okay. Well, everyone do you remember this video, John? We spent a lot of hours on this goddamn thing.
Oh yeah, we did. That was a good series though. We should do more stuff.
Video. I actually give this video like for people that are like want to learn 40K. This is the video I say you should probably like. We just literally regurgitate rules.
Yeah. But beautiful. Yep. Like love that.
Yep. So I need to find a background, and I
need to find a background. We need to work out the set. We like the desk. We like stealing the desk.
I think the desk just makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
We enjoy that, and then like wall of TVs in the background. Always a good choice.
Oh, let's go see if I have. I'm gonna change it back to you, and I'm see if I have the wall of TVs somewhere.
As I continue to add spears.
Yeah.
As is tradition. If you're just joining us here, these are my Blade Guard. I stole the idea off of Reddit. Not cool or original, but I do think this looks amazing. And my boys will be gold. Because all special
apparently Chad decided to take it as a challenge that I said we were done talking to them. So someone said, and then Kim said absolutely not. Why did two guys have matching spears and long soul patches? I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Dickie, do I listen to Stomping Tom? No. Well, I mean, listen, I've listened to Stomping Tom before. So.
What is Stomping Tom?
He is he was a folk singer that sang about Canada and some of the small towns like
and that's illegal to do now, right? You can't sing about Canada.
No, you're allowed to sing about Canada. In fact, he wrote a song about where I grew up as a kid called Tillsonburg. And one of the lines in it still I love it to this day. Tillsonburg, a word. I think the lyric is, my back still hurts when I hear that word. So it's one of the. It's a tobacco country, so generally you had yeah.
Did you work in the cigarette fields as a child?
Yeah, I did. I used to work in the tobacco fields with lots of Jamaicans because they used to come across to work in their winter in our summer. So yeah, it
Did
was
you legitimately work in tobacco fields?
I did. Yeah, our
Oh,
family had a tobacco farm.
no, no, no shit.
No funny. Just the real deals. The real deals.
Oh my god. Your family owned a tobacco farm and imported workers.
Well, yeah, lots of people did. It was kind of the part
Okay.
of the deal.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't
Beautiful.
they made really good money, and yeah,
What was your cigarette brand, or did you just sell to?
we just sold the tobacco and it went to whatever brand.
I wish you named the brand. If you were to name a brand of cigarettes, what would it be?
Big Dicks.
Because your name's Richard.
Yeah,
I get that now. That's fantastic.
I get that now. How many years
Yeah.
have we been doing this show?
It never occurred to me that your name was Richard.
Just Dickie smoking a pack of Lucky Strikes from age 6 on. No,
Big dicks.
I didn't actually. I didn't. Oddly, I didn't smoke, but
But
I guess it made sense. If I would, but I didn't.
Put big dicks in your mouth.
Just get a big dick in your mouth.
You like do it
See, that's why his back hurts. Yeah, because he worked in the tobacco field. Yeah.
because of all the dicks. Yeah.
All the dicks and tobacco. Okay, what was I doing before I?
Oh, you were you had a joke, something you were working on.
Oh, wow, my joke was just showing the death metal band that guy gave you the cease and desist.
I don't think it was a cease and yeah. I forget what it was, but it amused me, and it's not the kind of thing I change for. So, yeah. Sorry.
There's a lot of mob rules things, just nothing that you guys didn't do anything.
We had this amazing artist. He worked for a video game company for a long time. Actually, we put him in touch with Val for all of the Frontline Gaming Network stuff.
Yeah.
But he was the one who designed the can background for us.
Okay, I think I have here. I have that.
Which is like one of my favorite pictures. And then another cool thing, like Rusty Metal was always a good background for us too.
Rusty Metal?
Yeah, like a little. If you just search for like Rusty Metal wallpaper, then it comes up with a couple of neat things.
Oh, okay. I found the can. Oh, the can works actually quite well.
The can's, yeah, it's a good background. That's what I had on my little temporary fake thing.
Oh, I mean, I think that just works the best. Here.
Show me what you got. What you got? Yeah, I mean it's
not there.
good.
Not there. Okay.
Like if you can find me some Rusty Metal to put behind that.
Okay.
Well, now we're
peasy.
We're cooking with gas. If you
Man,
can find me,
you got like the wall of TVs just went into no man's land.
No. If you can find me, or maybe a wall of TVs, but then I feel you need to put visual jokes in there. And we've gone down this road before.
Our whole fucking thing is visual jokes, John. That's literally all we have. the Hasselhoff fucking tail. Come on, man.
Experience for the audio listener is just it's unparalleled.
I don't know why they listen.
50.
Not there.
If not there, then where?
I kind of I'm like a pack rat with assets, to be honest. And
that's true. When are you going to treat us to another porn or 40K stream?
Oh, I thought I didn't have to do that anymore since we're doing mob rules.
We'll add games. Price is Right came from mob rules, I think. Yeah, Price is Redacted.
Okay, wow.
Because I had those sound assets before Grim.
Okay, let me motion at the front door. I'm being robbed. 1 second.
Oh no! Oh, Dickie's being robbed. So
that's probably just like people giving me free cookies or something.
Everybody, remember, Dickie, if you want to give out your home address, like right now, just so we can make sure that you're safe.
I gotta find a rusty metal. 1 sec. I gotta find a rusty metal background, and my ADHD won't let me do two things at once. So
search for oxidized copper barn wall.
barn wall?
Or oxidized copper, oxidized corrugated copper.
Jesus
I don't know.
Christ. Okay. How about I just
We're
do
getting
one thing?
we're getting specific here. Hey, just just listen to what you're told.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oxidized copper.
Fucking better.
Wall? Wall.
Wall.
Paper. Wall.
Oh, and I had a lot of luck as
Oh, like
in
how
earlier.
how green do you want it to be? Do you want it to still have the copper hue, or do you want it to be all like verdigray?
You know what, Dickie? I'm looking at the shield right now. You're looking at the copper. You tell me.
Well, I'm just trying to get the general. I don't want to get yelled at.
Or
again.
maybe if you could find like a bronze, so we can really
I would
cement
just rather
ourselves
not
as
be
like
yelled at, so I'm just gonna try to get the
third
perfect one.
place.
That's not bad. Let's save this image.
What I'm also excited about, Dickie, is I'm gonna have you teach me and Danny about teams because you were sharing with quite some excitement how your teams went.
Oh, you did good.
But like you were like, yeah, I played a world leaders list as second defender, and I'm like, those are words that I know individually,
Yeah.
but together, not quite so much.
Oh man,
so, like, I'm excited to learn
I would
about
love
like
I
that
would love
aspect.
to teach you my very limited stuff.
My Aggies. Aren't you the captain for Team Canada after you get rid of that guy, in your words?
Oh. Yes, John, that is exactly what I'm doing.
Okay, perfect.
Because I'm an idiot.
That's fair. I thought of a cool bit we could do. It's kind of a ripoff of, well, it's us, so of course it's ripoff. But like we could have a thing called Computron, which can be like a competitive computer, because you know how the best competitive players are just fucking robots for 40K, and we can just ask it questions. But in reality, it's just a magic 8-ball.
Right.
But if we add like robot noises behind it and burrs and then we can give it we can give it some gravitas.
Yeah, man. I love teams as a format. I find it really I find it a better, for me anyway, a better way to play 40K. And
Now I feel
yeah.
it's something I feel I would be better, and I've never done it, so I could just be talking about myself. I would be a better teams player than singles player, due to my propensity to want to do weird skewy spam lists.
Yeah, probably.
But then I also don't like letting people down. So that would also be
that is something that is like you do have to work through as a player.
What's the worst you felt after a teams event? When it wasn't genuinely your fault, because I'm sure everyone's super nice and oh no, it's fine, but you're like, no, I know that was my stupid Hail Mary charge in turn 5.
Last Can Hammer teams, I played into a listener actually, and he was.
Oh, it's the worst because you have to pretend like it doesn't bother you.
No. He's unbelievable. He was a T-Suns player, and I was playing a Tau, and I convinced myself that I was a good Tau player. I was not a good Tau player, but yeah, we played them, and we just needed a few points extra in order to win, I think, the round. And I let the team down, and I didn't get the point. I got less points than I expected to get as well. That was the worst. It was the worst feeling.
That was always the hardest thing for me, or the craziest thing for me, doing mob rules, was meeting people who were far better at the game than me, like by like, so, and they're like, oh yeah, like there's Tyler, I love you, bro, and he's just like he started listening to us and we helped get him into 40K, and now he's such a fucking better player than anyone I know. And I'm like, oh, is this kind of like yeah, I started school in special ed, but then I graduated out.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at this guy. Look at that guy there. He is,
dude, he's the goat, that guy.
He's angry. Yeah, I'm loving this. This is the only way to make my bloody play card now. So do you think the sergeant should have a sword to separate him out?
Yeah, maybe. That makes sense.
Because I do have the fantastic upgrade sprue relic sword for the right here.
Yeah, I think a sword makes sense on the sergeant. Just so I mean, he doesn't. It's almost like it doesn't matter anymore because his weapon.
Oh.
But I mean, if I think it would look cooler as a unit.
Yeah, and that's really what we're going for here. Like really cool. Because we're not guys, we're not winning stuff. That's for losers. You're simply making cool models now.
All right, I think I did it.
Okay, let me see. You know, if we could,
like the copper. Okay, yep. Well,
I like the copper. I think that looks good. If we could maybe lighten the Mob Rules logo though, or maybe put that on some kind of hanging
lighten?
Or like darken it, sorry, or putting on some kind of like hanging banner background. Also, that would be cool.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Like if you go back to the Grim set, maybe pull some Grim in and have that red curtain behind it, but you know how like a sergeant holds up a banner.
So like a chain that holds up the Mob Rules thing or something like that.
For that too. Yeah, but yeah.
I think we need some depth in between the desk and the background as well.
Yeah.
Okay. We're working it. We're working it.
You know, guys, if you're watching this, we told you at the start, this was essentially a production meeting, is what's turned into. And I wasn't lying.
It's a cool looking side. Oh my god, I missed so many chats. Oh no.
Oh no, go.
Oh gosh. Okay, where do we even start? Dickie listens to Stomping Tom. I was going Kim S. So Kim L thought Stomping Tom was some Canadian death metal band. No,
it was actually one of the workers in Dickie's tobacco farm.
Oh really? Okay, great. Dickie oh, he found a button fast. Dickie smoking a pack of Lucky Strikes at age 6. Smoking Richards. Nah, Dick like Dick's makes more sense.
Get a mouthful of big dicks.
Yeah. Rusty Metal sounds like Dickie's porn star name. No, I can tell you my porn star name. Wimpy Driftwood would be my porn star.
Wimpy Driftwood?
Yeah.
Is your character a cuck? Because your character sounds like a cuck.
No, so don't they say your porn star name is your first dog's name and the street that you grew up on? So, John, what would your porn star name be?
Mine would be Major Mains.
Oh, that's not bad actually.
Yeah, Major Mains. It's like, yeah, I don't mind that.
So we got
change the lower third.
My lower third?
Yeah. Now I'm known as Major Mains. If Val can have a fake name, I can have a fake name.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
I think that grim fact. When Val approached us, we joked about doing fake names because Val got to do one. Because Val got to do one, so I was going to put myself down as Johnny. Was it Johnny Vegas? I think
Johnny Vegas is the worst name ever. Okay,
yeah,
great.
it's also a British comedian, which is why I didn't do it.
Dickie likes it better in groups.
It's true.
Molly just yelled "Blade Guard."
That's true. Or Spear Guard, I guess.
Yeah, that makes Spear Guard. That makes sense.
Yeah.
2 spears for the sergeant. They said.
I only have ones that hold in one hand.
I usually change the weapon for the sergeant. Molly said, and then Vicky says the surfing dreadnought. Yes, I think that's the logo that we're probably gonna go with.
We're like, because we love that logo, dude. And the guy made it. I think my favorite thing he did as well is he took a bunch of what we're saying and turned it into like little stick figure animation, pretty much. And it was amazing when he did it. And I was like blown away the quality. He's like, I would do more. They just take a lot of work. And I'm like, no, we get it. I don't even remember where they are anymore. But yeah, they were super awesome. Man, indeed.
Okay. Okay. Now that I've caught up on chat.
Yeah. Now back to your production work.
Back to my John job here.
Well, at least in this way as well, I'm asking for things like a week ahead of time.
Instead of 10 minutes. No, that's great. Yeah.
Out of 10 minutes when I'm usually showing up and be like, hey, can you make this asset? And you're like, yeah. There's a reason why Dickie's OBS file is called Dickie's Dress Hives, is because that is what I cost him. Like, it's really easy to do this, right? And he's like, well, like, cool. Can you do this in like 5 minutes?
Yeah. Thank goodness one of you is always late, so I have time.
It's when John jumps in 45 minutes before showtime. The Dickie's like, oh no.
Oh no, we're in a bad way. What's this? Could work.
Yeah.
This could work.
We have somewhat of at least a temporary new intro. We still need to do an outro.
Yeah.
I'm determined not to use AI. I probably will end up though. I don't like how common it has become.
You're talking about AI.
Yeah. Like I had someone at work be like, look at this. Like I was waiting for a group meeting. I go, look what I made, and it was a song about work that someone had made in AI, and I'm like, no, this is the too far point.
Yeah, it's everywhere too, actually.
Yeah. And like I've said it before, I thought we were going to automate the shitty jobs. Why are we automating art?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
If we could just automate factories, that would be cool. Sorry, factory workers, but like, imagine training all of your life to be like a really good singer songwriter, and you're replaced by a $4.99 a month subscription.
Yeah, it's not great.
Not great. Not great. This guy is harder to de-scabbard, but we're doing it.
De-scabbard. I'm removing background on this picture. I
Okay.
am doing amazing good things.
Sad news though, I did lose my free Adobe student subscription this week.
Oh.
And there's a reason. Well, I still kept my student email though, so I'm going to be like, hey, look at this student ID that I got my very last year to make sure I look like it for longer. Give me cheap things. Yeah, I'm not even super sure what we're going to talk about. I'm pretty sure we're going to do a segment because I love how Danny and I's armies are kind of constantly evolving when we're talking about like kind of what are we going to take to Tacoma, like what are these things doing.
Yeah.
One of our local groups here, like I'll post a list I'm pretty excited about, and then Steve Trimble, who's like an amazing player, is just like, why don't you just do this? I'm like, God damn it. So then I changed the list up to include that, and then I put it in, I was like, you know, you should do this too. And I'm like, I don't have that. It's like I'm not very good. I pretend it's just the meme of me not caring about winning or losing and just having a good time when I genuinely just want to smash face. Tough situation to be in.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, so we're good there. I haven't built Blade Guard in a long time. Last time I built it was for LVO, ironically.
Yeah.
When I took Black Templars. When I took, as I say about my love of memeless, 7 repulsors with meltas on them.
Mm-hmm.
Did not do great, but that's okay. We came out with a flat record, I think is the best way to put it. Didn't win too many, didn't lose too many. Perfection.
Well, small victories, brother. Small victories.
That's all you got to do. You don't have to win them all, just the small ones. Oh, because I'm looking for a scabbard. Oh, this is going to be a bitch to clean off. Now watch me swear as I cut through the one piece of this I need to save.
Well, everyone get ready. Get your clip ready.
That's not too bad. If I do this like perfectly this time, and then when I build the next one off camera and it just fucks up consistently, I'm going to be the big sad.
Makes sense. Okay, we have some chains.
Wasn't
Let's see.
terrible. We're going to call that battle damage.
That's what I do.
Because we kind of came through here. We cut off all the scabbard. We managed to save the majority of the purity seal, which I'm like, why am I doing that? I just want to cut it off anyway.
Yeah.
Get out of here. We're not painting you. You're just going to be a golden plate. And then I think we're going to call this a sport utility shoe scab or hip plate and just get that part off. Fantastic. As well, like I don't want to do like a ton of work on it. I also hate like you're like, oh, look at my conversion, and you're like, well, why does he have a sword scabbard if he has a spear?
Sure.
And yeah, that stuff like that bugs me. Yeah, and look, it's just a little battle damage on the edge. That's fine. It's covered with a shield. John, you clever bastard. You did it again.
Bitch.
You did it again. Then I need my spear now.
Okay, this isn't perfect, but
Okay. Well, what you got here? What you got?
so I got some I have to pull this in front of the chains.
He's got to hide his porn tabs. Yep.
Relax. Don't get uppity.
Oh, I'm making sure you do it. It was a subtle reminder.
What do I have to do?
Hide your porn tabs.
Oh, I don't have any of those open.
One of my favorite things. I love wrestling. Professional wrestling is fantastic. Yeah. They were advertising that. Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Like a skewed, like out of control. Like
maybe if you like twist the Mob Rules logo so the chains are hanging off of either side of the half circle.
Okay.
That might work. It's going to make the dreadnought look weird, or maybe we have to adjust the dreadnought. But I think that would look cool. Then it's at least holding something up. But yeah, I love professional wrestling.
Yeah.
And when the WWE Network was launching, they were showing how easy it was to sign up for only $9.99 a month. Like, look how easy it is to sign up. This is such a great service. And they did that by showing one of the commentators' tabs or a picture of his laptop screen. I mean, like, we do this, we do this, we do this. He had several tabs open to muscular woman. And you couldn't see the tabs, but like, you know how you can read what the tabs are? Yeah, it was all muscular women, which, you know, good for him. It was very quickly memed.
That's funny.
Good, right?
Okay, I don't want to get the semantics, but I think that's like good kind of first. But then I need to add some depth. So basically, I need some black.
Or maybe some like shadow behind the desk or something to give some space.
I think we can do that.
And also, the desk is a little clean.
A little clean?
Yeah.
Just because your desk isn't that clean, John, doesn't mean
my desk is filthy. All kinds of desk. Disgusting.
Well, I can make some adjustments. It's why don't we go back to you though for now? So that's where we're going. Okay.
As I spear up my third guy. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta check in on chat.
Oh yeah, I'm not doing that. For
Yeah,
animals.
We both know that.
If you don't give me the link before wait screen,
it's like Ron Burgundy. You don't know it exists.
Don't know it exists. I'm like, why would people watch this? Why? Yeah, these guys are dope. I just hope I have enough of these spears. Because these specific one is the one I'm going for.
Okay, so where did we left?
There.
We left off here. Wow, there's a lot of more. Thank you, less AI. Yes, that we're trying.
We're trying.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I got pretty lazy at some points. I was talking to Nick about this. Doing something weekly for 3 years was took its toll.
Oh yeah, man. Like so I've been producing shows. Ooh.
For years now.
It's been like a really long time. Yeah, because I was the only producer for.
Your poor wife. You were doing them like 4 times a week.
Hated me. She is so much happier now. But I did Grim. I did Thursday show. I did, which is now Meta Chasers. I did Signals, which I'm
Hmm?
sad that it doesn't exist anymore. They should really try to get that going again.
Maybe we just
I'm not doing it,
show
but
signals from the front line.
yeah, we should just steal it. Hey, if they want
Then
to
you would have
support
to
us,
do it.
then yeah, we'll do it. And what else? I did another show. Oh, um, what was Valen Pete's show? I guess.
Oh, stats and tray.
Well, that was just like a single dealy.
But there, oh man, that was so bummed because like I think that's what people were most excited about Frontline Gaming Network was Stat Center coming back, not realizing the sheer amount of effort and how hard it was to do now that there were 8,000 tournaments a week.
Yeah.
And it was like such a time capsule of its shit.
It was great.
Of its period. Much like sort of like independent characters, right? That kind of came back, but you're never really going to capture
It's never the same, yeah.
what made it good. As we go back and never really capture what made it's good.
Hopefully we are
like,
now.
Yeah.
Okay, so where did I leave off?
These like
Are either of you going to Nova? One of the questions.
I'm not going to Nova. I have burned through all of my vacation time. So sadly cannot. I will be, like I said, attending the Tacoma Open in Tacoma, Washington. Thank God they stopped calling it the Seattle Open because it is not. And then, Dickie, what's your next event? You're gonna have people come up and say hi to you at.
Oh man, so I don't think I have. We do have the redo of the Port Credit Purge in September. So that I'll post some links if people want to come to that event. So we're not sold out yet, but it's more people than last time, which is great news.
Hooray! That's really all you got to ask for, right?
Yeah. But yeah, so it's hard. Like running an event the first time.
Dude, isn't it hard?
Man?
When you don't have like that sort of like name brand behind you.
Yeah. Which was slightly sad because I mean I thought my name brand would be enough, but no, they don't care.
I produce so many shows for you people.
Yeah, you bastards, just come to my event.
People were just like the producer from Old World Charm. The tickets are behind the paywall.
Yeah, you can only buy your day one ticket. The second one is
the day one ticket is free.
The second one is behind the paywall, which where
imagine
you get rewards.
Imagine if a tournament was set up like that, where day one was free, but day two was behind a paywall.
I think that would be actually pretty cool.
And so you can come up, have your cool guy casual games, but if you really want to be considered, then that's behind a paywall.
Yeah.
You made it to day 3 of LVO. $500, please.
Yeah. But you could have put the sword hilt on the scabbard, he said.
What kind of fool would carry a sword when he has a perfectly good spear?
Yeah. I guess, yeah.
I'll use this body for the sergeant for the second box of them I have to make. Not tonight. That's insane. Dickie needs to go to bed some point.
Muscle mommies need love too. When was the thing?
Muscle mommies demand love.
Spear, was it this? You miss spear hard yo is what Molly says. John wants some solo cups on the desk. Yeah, John probably wants some solo cups on the desk.
Excuse me, I'm a classy bitch. We got neat glasses and bottles of mildly priced scotch before my state's alcohol tax ruins it.
Then Sherman says, "Signal from the back line."
I think Danny and I have made a joke like that before.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly, which I don't, because someone put in like our Discord, which I think we're gonna keep the Grimcord because I like Grimcord as a name. He's this was Russell's memories here. that this will age me, but I still remember an early episode about whether it was acceptable to proxy a plastic Wraith Knight as a Forge World one. Remember our 6th edition problems?
Okay, so someone made a comment about our free day one. So I think about all the trolls that would be there to weaponize day one. Yeah, I mean,
Just there to fuck up people's weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Or what if the price support was hidden behind a paywall? Yeah, you won.
Well, I wonder if you could do it on a 3-day event though. So like the day one is free and day
it gets
two
progressively more expensive. So it's like LVO, but day one is like $40. Day two is $100.
So some people just want. I really like to have just a 1-day event, and so you could have a 1-day event with all the the pomp and circumstance of a big super major, but you only have to go there 1 day. And then the day two, you can do the same thing. Oh, I really want to do a 2-day, but I don't have to. I have to go back to work on the 3rd day.
Where you get a partial refund based off of the length of time that you were there.
Yeah. It brings a whole new meaning to submarining. Yeah.
It's like paddle boarding.
Play for free, but you have to take a card a card off the punishment wall. Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Oh, isn't that so? What was that tournament down south that did that? It was they had because I remember we had them on Grim early, and he was talking about the wenches who took beer to the tables. And I've never seen Val more uncomfortable than when he tried to direct the conversation away from the scantily clad women.
Yeah.
Giving alcohol.
Eat a ghost pepper before you play.
I made a quite drunk Brad Chester run to a bathroom once.
Well, that's pretty normal.
Because I had jelly beans, and they were all different kinds of spicy, super hot peppers. And I was like, "Hey, man, have this jelly bean. It's a little hot though. If you think you can handle it, in that kind of cool reverse psychology kind of way."
He's such a small man that he would not let that.
I love Brad. Like my one of my favorite recurring bits. And and I'll answer this to anyone. It was like, "Oh, I'm thinking about doing content." It was like, do stuff for yourself. Whatever makes you laugh.
Yeah.
One of my favorite recurring bits is every time I would see Brad Chester, I would go up and introduce myself and said, "Big fan of your work. I'm really happy that I get to meet you." And he's like, "John, I met you several times." I'm like, "Oh, but really?" And just pretend that I've never met him before. And it's the stupidest bit, but it pops me every time.
Yeah.
To the point where there was an LVO, I did it 8 or 9 times in one round. I would just continually keep going up to him and introducing myself. Okay. And so I was a big fan of his work. But yeah, so I gave him a Carolina Reaper jelly bean. Mm-hmm. He was like, "Oh, you piece of shit," and he ran out. And it was very funny. Luckily, it wasn't mid-game. I'm not a monster. But Dickie,
yeah,
I'm done with a box of blade spear or a spear guard.
Oh, good for you, buddy.
So we have our spear guard 1. See here?
Yeah.
This guy, I think, he's got a bit of a floppy iron halo. We're trying to fix that. But this guy, love this guy. And all of the poses actually came across pretty well and unique, even though it's only 2 different spear types.
He immediately snatched those up with his little tiny hands. Didn't he?
Oh, I really want to know if Carolina Ghost Pepper jelly beans give you just rings of fire, but that seems like too personal thing to ask.
Look at Kim. The first comment that has been positive from Kim. They look pretty good with spears. Kim says.
Yeah, man. See, fuck. I get a comment from Kim now. There we go. But yeah, that's been our production meeting. Thanks for.
You want to see where it got to?
Yeah. Where are we at with our background?
Nope, that's not the right one. Boop. So there, I need to add the shadow to the back.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sakes.
I mean, you misaligned the desk.
It's not misaligned. Oh yeah, you're right. Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's a good start.
I think it's a good start. Yeah. I like that.
The logo sideways, to be honest.
Just turn it more. No, other way. Other way. Oh no, yeah, keep going. And then like that, yeah.
I'm not in love with it. like the dreadnought kind of centered.
You can move the dreadnought. Just have to do some Photoshop time.
Ugh.
But yeah. See how this turns out next week on Mob Rules. What are we talking about?
Maybe you'll see it. Maybe you'll see the old set. Who knows?
Who knows? It depends if Dickie forgets about it between now and then.
Most likely.
Maybe you'll just see exactly that. Which looks pretty good.
It's not. It's livable. I just need to get a black strip, right?
Yeah.
Kind of here, just so it looks like
Maybe like a little 40% transparency black cube.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be back next Tuesday. First new Mob Rules in forever. I'm very excited. We're going to talk about. We're definitely going to go through sort of. This is the exact list I'm taking to Tacoma, I think is the name of the segment, because Danny and I keep changing it on a near daily basis. So it'll be fun to kind of try and track all of the changes that are happening and kind of what I really want to showcase. Danny's a great player and list builder. So I want to track his changes and why he's doing it and why he thinks it is. And then maybe, give his opponents a help.
Oh, I want to see how he changes his list from the Demon Prince increases.
Right, exactly, right. So there's a lot of good stuff there. And then we're going to probably be talking about hobby stuff we've done. Talking about some of the changes we've seen. I know Space Wheels have come out. We'll probably go into Chaos Knights a little bit. Nice. Because we covered it a little bit here, but I would love to hear kind of Danny's take on it. Because he, again, we've given him too much credit. He very rarely pointed out that it's okay if they're nuked into the sun, because generally when Chaos Knights are in a good place, the game is not. But it's a very expensive change if you're a Chaos Knight player. So we'll be back next week. Mob Rules.
So people did ask for, I don't know if you can make this happen, John.
Okay.
A whistling outro.
A whistling outro. We can do the whistling ad. And just have that as the outro. Because it's just an MP3 file. Like I can
Kim says they need it.
So the whistling ad is the most divisive thing we've ever put in here.
Yeah.
There's nothing about you either love it or you hate it. We're also known for fake ads and Mob Rules. So maybe we'll work on that a little bit. But yeah, I think we could. That's a good outro sound. I think.
Yes, that is what.
Yeah. So that'll be the outro track. We just need to put a video behind it. It's not going to be as fancy as I would want it to be, but
because AI, we're not going to use AI. We're going to try to do it with our own artistic values and flaws.
Next week's Mob Rules likely will be recorded, so we won't be able to respond to idea going forward.
I forgot that we're doing that.
Yeah. So
how do people talk to us then if we are not going to do live shows? I guess on Only Hands is a good place.
In the where's my hand? Where I got only hands, right here. The idea for this is I do love this stream a lot. And what we find is this will be live. I don't see the point. None of us are good enough hobbyists to paint on a recorded stream and then push it out here. So Only Hands is still going to be here for hobby. We're going to be here to answer questions from our Discord. We're going to be here to answer questions about the last episode we did. And also it's going to be kind of a production meeting like tonight to be like, hey, what do we need to do for next week? What do we need to get ready? And other kind of things like that.
I wanted to say hi Time Guy. Well, I'm glad you're able to finally watch us live. That's awesome.
That is.
So he said, I assume it's a he because Time Guy.
Also Warhammer.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, so also Warhammer. He said bring back the book reviews. He really enjoyed the book reviews. Yeah,
that's definitely something. I will say like that those were some of our lowest rated or viewed segments or episodes of Grimm. Was the book reviews.
Yeah, they were. Actually, yes, they were.
But I think some of that is it wasn't necessarily me and Danny doing the book reviews.
Yeah.
And I love the person that did those. But I loved their manic singular focused energy until they were distracted by something else.
Yeah.
Was the best way I can do it. But yeah, I definitely want to get back to talking about the books. I know we've talked about doing this in Grimm for a while, but it never really fit what we're doing. But talking about the Warhammer Plus stuff, because there's a ton of great stuff on there. And kind of getting back to talking about the game itself and kind of, I want to love Warhammer, and it's really hard to do when every week I'm like, wow, this community is garbage.
Yeah.
So that's what
our community is awesome.
Our community is
And
awesome.
every other community, that's the worst.
So that's what we're gonna do. So Grim Grim. Gonna take a while. Mob rules next week. We're gonna be back. I want to talk to one of the Goonhammer guys who wrote about Gorka Marker because he did an amazing retrospective. I love that game. And I know Scar is playing it right now, and it's great. But we'll be back. The theme is back. Dickie, did you still have the video I sent you?
Yeah.
With a new intro. Do we want to exit with a hint of the crappily made
Hives. Okay, cool.
new intro? Because this is the stress hives bit. When I sent him a video yesterday, I was like, I'm thinking,
put it into.
I'm thinking of this as an intro. So we've redone it a little bit. Let us know what you think about it. If you hate it,
Fill for time.
If you hate it, I'm not going to listen to you, Kim. Okay, you're just being negative.
Yeah.
But we really want to kind of set out and respect the time we did a Grim. There will be one more episode of Grim coming, and that's mainly because Val found out that we finished the show without telling him.
Oh no! Are we actually doing that? I thought you'd just blow him off.
No. So 2 weeks from tonight, we're gonna have our live sort of Grim where we come talk to Val. There'll be a lot of inside baseball talk. We'll talk about the time in FLGN, his time at LVO, kind of things like that. And then after that, we're going to be going to recorded for Mob Rules. Haven't decided if Tuesday is still the day we'll release. But there'll definitely be one episode every 2 weeks of Mob Rules. There will be at least one episode every 2 weeks of Only Hands where we can talk about this stuff. Depends if Dickie has an event going on or not and needs to get stuff painted in time.
Yeah.
But that's about the only change. I'm very, very excited for it to happen.
You invite Val a week after the last episode.
He messaged us today and was like, "You guys ended Grim?" We're like, "Oh yeah,
we're done, baby.
We're done." Apart from the one we'll do for you. Maybe Grim will be what we call the Christmas episode because I still enjoy that.
So Crypt Shadow, this is the list of things, I guess. They're very demanding.
They are.
Book reviews.
Yep.
Team Canada, Team Captain with the rules lawyer review things.
Okay. Yeah. Rules lawyer is always a good thing to do.
The John, I thank you. Just hang out in the worst communities for the content. Well, he doesn't want to do that anymore. So
no, it's been 3 years. There's some, and I keep on being invited to these groups. I'm like, these are terrible people, and I just stopped joining them.
The Mob Rules guests. I'm just getting things from people. Live retrospective.
There will be. So that was one thing I loved about Mini Wargaming's video is them doing retrospectives, classic stuff. I own a lot of the Forge World Giant books. I would love to just kind of go through those. Don't know how to light. So if anyone wants to help with that, I'm going to show you real quick here. But if you put like a book down in front of this light, you get a lot of shine and reflection off the page. I've never been able to fix that.
We've never been able to fix that.
And I don't know how to fix that, but as soon as I get that figured out, there's going to be Imperial armor stuff.
Just use the PDF leaked copy of the book, maybe. That just goes...
Well, I'm talking about like 30-year-old or 20-year-old Imperial armors. So if you can find a PDF version of that, we will retrospective the hell out of that. Because let me tell you, the thing that got me into Warhammer, more than the models at the time, more than 6th edition, because God, fuck 6th edition, was the Imperial armor books, the page layouts, the Alan Bly stuff. That is why I do Warhammer to this day.
Okay.
Yeah. Dickie, did I kill enough time?
Yep.
Sweet. So, rolling your hands. We'll be back on Mob Rules next week. My name's John.
Mine's Dickie.
And this is a special treat for you. Not you, Kim.